We're in northern India. We're actually in the Great Himalayan National Park. And this is the Thirthan River. It's loaded with brown trout and rainbow trout. And you know what? It is a trout fisherman's paradise.
Canadian Sport Fishing, brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Sail, the outdoors superstore. Lucky Strike, all you need is a Lucky Strike.
Can you believe the scenery around us?
It's amazing.
We are fishing in India, in Himachel Pradesh, for native brown trout. They've been stocked here, years ago by the British. This is Barb's first fish, so we've got to show it to you. Look at how beautifully colored it is. So these fish are throughout this river. This is called the Thirthan River, and it is famous for its brown and rainbow trout. So I don't want to keep this fish out of the water too long. It's just a small one. Barb, see how beautiful it is?
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Wait till we get some bigger ones.
Yes.
I'm just going to let it go, and there it goes. You can see behind me, there's a lot of boulders here. This is one of the fastest flowing rivers, I think, in India. And when the water's high, because they get the monsoon season and the water just comes down these big mountains, the river is very high. It actually goes right over these rocks and it's unfishable. But right now it's ideal. So this is, I think, they're almost spring, I guess. So you can see that the water is very fishable. Look at the big, beautiful boulders. And we've got a nice pool here. So the river is so fast dropping that we have to look for pools. So we may end up walking and fishing maybe 2-3 kilometers. But we're right in front of the accommodation. It's actually called the Riverview Resort. And it's a gorgeous resort. It's right on the river. So you can hear the river through the window. You open the windows, you've got the rivers on all sides. So it's gorgeous. So I've yet to get my first brown, so I'm kind of excited. There's so many markets when you travel throughout India, especially when you go through smaller communities. In the big cities, the markets are huge. Smaller communities, smaller markets. But the neat thing, unlike back home, where you have large grocery stores and you have frozen vegetables and fresh vegetables that are imported, sometimes from 2,000 kilometers away, here in India, most of the food is grown locally. Now, where are we now?
We are in a town called Palampur. Okay. It was famous for tea earlier.
Yes.
But now it is also a very big town for fresh produce, which are the vegetables. Most of the vegetables to the North India go from Himachel Pradesh.
Sanjay, I can't resist. We got to get some of these nice looking oranges and maybe some grapes because I know they're very sweet. But I want to show the viewers how thrifty Indians are. Can we have one of the bags? I'm just gonna explain it to you. Thank you. You know how in Canada, in North America, we're starting to recycle? One thing that they do in India, before they recycle, they reuse. Now, I don't know how old this paper is. It's in Indian, so I can't really read it. But this is what our produce is going to be put in. Someone took the time to carefully glue and fold the bag. Now you might say it's only newspaper, it's pretty weak. We're going to be putting and you can see they're wet because they washed off the oranges and the grapes in the newspaper bags. What a great idea. kind of nice. I got a natural chair here. I'm using a very light fly rod. This is a diamond back. It's very short. It's only a 3-weight. And I'm doing that because the pools we're fishing aren't that big and there's no wind. If it was windy, I would have to go to a 7-weight fly rod, maybe a 9-10 footer. So this fish has a lot of energy. I'm going to fight it slowly. I'm going to pick up my slack line because this fish isn't giving me too hard of a time. And I'm going to fight it off the drag. So if it wants to pull drag, it can. So when it comes to fly fishing, I try to match the size of the fly outfits with the size of the fish. Here in India, you can get browns up to about 7-8 pounds. This looks like a little rainbow. So I'm just going to take my time and I'm going to use my Lucky Strike trout cradle. We're fishing in India. Can you believe that they have some of the best trout fishing in the world for rainbow trout and brown trout? So all I'm going to do is wet this little cradle, and this is an ideal size fish to get on a light outfit. Now because it's in the cradle, I'm going to lift it right up. Isn't that a nice rainbow? You can see that wet fly is just in the roof of the mouth. I don't want to keep it out of the water too long. So I'm going to put it in. It's about an 11, almost 12-inch fish. So I'm just going to put it down for a sec. I got my hemostats right here. The water's very cold. I asked the owner how cold the water was, if it was 42 degrees Fahrenheit, and he said, no, it's glacial runoff, so it's a lot colder. So that's good for the fish because they're very hardy. So if this guy swims out of the net, I don't mind. If I can show it to you, that's even better. So I got that hook out there. And now it's in the cradle. There we go. Hopefully it won't get in the cradle again. I'm just going to drop my hemostats and I'll get this little trout. Now, you know, this isn't a big fish. I've caught a lot bigger rainbows, especially fishing some of the migratory streams. But look at, isn't that gorgeous? He's going to swim out of my hands. That fish is caught in the Thirthan River in northern India. This whole territory is called Himachel. We're actually at the base of the Himalayas. So this mountain range that you see is the Himalayas.
Navaglue, the ultimate boat shelter system, sport fishing sweepstakes.
I was out fishing in a tournament. At about 8:30 in the morning, I just had a bite and caught a fish of a lifetime. It was 15.2 pounds. I caught it on a blue and silver tail dancer. It was just a fish of a lifetime. I couldn't believe I finally caught one that big.
We'd love to hear your fishing story. Go to our website and enter the Navaglue Sport Fishing Sweepstakes. You could win some great prizes.